let's talk a little football. We haven't talked.
Is that okay
football.
with you, Evan? Can we talk a little football?
Sure, go right ahead.
Are you going to take part in the conversation at all, or
start talking?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
now this. Okay.
Is there anybody that you have seen so far? Any newcomer you've seen so far that impressed you in any sort of way?
It's, the Randall Cobb. I mean, you notice him out there and how they're using him and how they're moving him around.
Yeah, they talked about how smart he is and how well he picks up everything.
Yeah, and you see him. They're not running a lot of things out there that we see in OTAs, but when you do, you'll see them run 4 different formations in a row, and he lines up in a different spot every time.
Really?
Yeah. So that's been interesting. After the first practice, there were a couple of people. One guy turned to me and said, I haven't really seen anything from like Tony Pollard. Everyone's talking about, the dimension he could bring. Very next play. And again, they're not tackling at this stage, but you're getting to points and you're seeing guys, you're still getting the play, and then you can see burst and you can see some things. He broke out of a pile and just blew by everybody. I mean, guys were standing there basically as he sprinted past them. So that was very impressive to see that sort of burst. That was very, very noticeable. And they've done a lot to improve their speed on the perimeter. This John V. Johnson that they brought in, the Toledo receiver, has really good speed. And you notice it at times. And he's Reggie Davis is another guy, a receiver. He does a really good job tracking the ball on deep throws. You're seeing them throw more deep. And again, it's early, but I would say Cobb. I would say that one play from Pollard. I have a difficult time ascertaining exactly where defensive linemen are and offensive linemen are, because you're not
sure.
They're not in pads. The whole short burst and explosion and power is just different in these. But I mean, Robert Quinn has moved around really well, and has given the offensive linemen trouble in these settings.
How old is he? Like 29?
Yeah.
David, let me ask you this.
Yes, Evan. Please.
Look, Evan woke up.
No, it's a serious question, because you get to minicamp and then you get to training camp, but from OTAs, from an evaluation standpoint, what would the coaches get out of that? Would they get anything evaluation-wise, or is it simply just an opportunity to, like you say, move guys around?
The older players, not that much. I mean, the younger players, they see how much they can process quickly if they're able to move to different positions and handle different positions.
Is it
if they're able to play at football speed?
Is it a valuable tool for evaluation?
Yeah.
Or is it just something to keep players busy?
No, it is because this is the point too where he's not here anymore. So let's use this for an example. So this would be the point where you would say, okay, we know Cole Beasley's an outstanding slot receiver. Can we use him on vertical routes more? Because of his size, can he be effective on vertical routes where you can see him over the top? So in this session, let's run him over the top and see how it looks. Let's see how he handles that. And I bring him up because that was part of his frustration here in the last years, that he would do this in the offseason, thought he did it well, and then they never let him do any vertical routes in games. And he's like, well, why am I working on these things? Right. Now, obviously, they had a different assessment of his ability to do it than his assessment of his ability to do it. But you incorporate things with players to go, you know what? I think this guy can do this. Let's see how he handles it in this. And if he handles it well enough in the OTAs and the minicamp, then you go into the training camp and go, okay, this guy, let's build a package where this guy can do this.